Okay, so like we said, it's triangle week. So we'll focus on our triangle pose. So that's going to be a lot of awareness on the side body because, you know, in triangle, that's this shape. So it's a lot of the side body. So we're going to kind of bring awareness there. We're going to strengthen. We're going to expand along the ribs and everything. So let's begin by connecting to the breath and just noticing how that breath feels within the ribs on that side body. We're not trying to change it. We're just going to recognize, maybe even just say hello to the breath. Maybe the first time this day. It's so great to be here with you. Maybe on the inhale, we trace the breath from the outer hip up the side body to underneath the arm, that armpit area. Just noticing it along the side of the body. Maybe noticing that the breath has a sound. And as we become one with the breath, let's drop into our intention of our triangle pose today. The three aspects of triangle that we'll focus on are the creation, the preservation, and the destruction or transformation. So recognizing the cycle of triangle in nature, the cycle of triangle in our practice, the cycle of triangle in our daily life, of creating, preserving, and transforming. Creating in our practice is when we come into the shape. The preservation is when we surrender and we breathe and hold the shape. And the transformation is as we transition from one asana to the next. Let's bring awareness to that cycle, maybe even picturing a triangle, the three sides, the 3 points of a triangle. And let's let out a sigh, releasing the breath from the body. Let's bring our arms up on an inhale. Bring the palms together and let's just ground those sit bones, especially that right sit bone, as we bend over to the left. And bring awareness to the side body from the hip to the armpit, tracing the breath, tracing the stretch. And then we'll exhale over to the right, grounding that left sit bone. Yeah. And let's come up to the middle on an inhale. And let's exhale to ground forward. Maybe we ground the sits bones and ground the low back. And maybe we don't reach to the floor, we just reach forward as if we were diving into that swimming pool we were just talking about. Leaning off the edge, kind of diving in, stretching the back. And now with ourselves still kind of bent over, let's just open up the arms, feel that expansion. So the arms are out like a T. Now let's pinch the shoulder blades together, maybe creating some tension and expansion across the chest. Now with those shoulder blades tensed or pinched, let's exhale to bring those shoulders over the hips. So we would lift the chest and the heart. Yeah. Nice. Now bring the arms in front. Give ourselves a hug. The right hand to the left shoulder, the left hand to the right shoulder. Now dip those elbows down, round the back, chin to the chest. We're going to open up the rib cage from every angle here. Now let's inhale to lift the heart, drop the head back, lift the elbows up towards the sky. This might feel kind of weird, like we're scrunching the back of the neck, and we are, but we're lifting through and opening the throat. And now let's bring the chin and the head to neutral. Bring the arms in front, let go of those elbows, open up and out. Exhale, lower the hands. Whew. Inhale to bring the arms back in front. Do the opposite arm on top this time. So right arm on top, maybe to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right shoulder. And now let's bring the elbows over towards that right knee to twist, and the gaze goes to the left. Kind of opening the back of the neck, the side of the neck. And then we'll exhale, bring the elbows towards the left thigh to hover over the gaze over the right shoulder. Breathing in and out. And now exhale, bring the elbows to the middle, the chin to the middle. Let's release those arms. Open up, maybe we shake the arms out, back and forth, or maybe just bring them up and down. But kind of stretch through the shoulders, releasing any of that effort in the shoulders. Yeah. And then we're gonna come right up to a tabletop shape. I'm gonna bring a blanket underneath my knees just because I think it feels so much better. Now in our tabletop, we're just gonna kind of open the hips a little bit. So ground the hands, ground the knee. Now lift that right knee up off the floor. So we kind of point the toe to the sky, not really, the knee just hovers. And just make some circles on the ground with that right knee. One direction and then the other, bringing that awareness to the hip socket. That's where the movement's coming from. Drawing on the floor, and then lower the right knee down. Plant the hands, hover that left knee, kind of point the toe to the sky. Not a lot, just a gentle kind of bend of the knee. And then we're gonna point, or we're gonna draw that circle with the left knee. Counterclockwise, and then clockwise. The motion starting in the hip. Okay, lower that knee. Ground the hands. Feel the breath from the hips to the armpits. And now curl the toes under. Let's lift the hips to downward facing dog. And now feel that breath stretching into your downward facing dog. Feel the breath from the wrists to the armpits. And then from the armpits to the hips. This breath filling our body. And notice we're kind of in a triangle shape as if we were kind of lying over top of a triangle. Stretching the side body. Let's breathe in and out. Exhale. Now let's inhale up to plank pose. Now from our plank pose, let's reach through the heels so the tops of the legs are active, the quads are active. Now reach through the crown of the head. Feel those shoulders activate as you press into the floor and reach forward with the head. Breathe in. Now let's exhale back to downward facing dog. All the Trikonasana. Feel the breath on the side body. And now let's bring our awareness to the breath, the very tippy tops of our lungs. Imagine the chest or a triangle. From one shoulder to another is kind of that base of the triangle, and the point is towards the belly button. Feel the breath, feel the bottom of that triangle all the way up to the long edge. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend the knees. Let's step the right foot forward and inhale, left ball of the foot grounds. And let's rise up nice and tall, bending that front knee. Getting your balance however you need to situate. Then as you find that bend knee, let's bring our arms up to sky. Yeah, really nice. Feel the breath from the hips to the armpits, armpits to wrists. Let's inhale. And then exhale, bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot for our side angle pose. You can bring a block with the left arm to sky. And then maybe that left arm reaches up overhead. And feel that breath along the side body. Now maybe notice the preservation of the shape. Let's exhale to transform, bringing that left hand on the inside of the right foot. Move the block out of the way, bring the foot over to the right. Lower that left knee down. And let's lift the heart, coming into an expression of lizard. Drop the right knee out. The right inner thigh, maybe getting a little stretch, palms can be down, or maybe you're on your forearms. Yeah, good. Let's be here and we'll create the shape. And the space to be here. And let's preserve and rest into this lizard. One breath in. Now exhale to transform, grounding the foot, curl the left toes under. Let's inhale to step it back to plank pose, Palakasana. Bring awareness from the heels to the armpits this time, armpits to the wrists, and then exhale back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, feel this triangle as if we're folded over the top of a triangle. Breathe in. Feel the lungs filling with air. Now let's breathe in to step the left foot forward. Ground the ball of the right foot. As you're ready, we'll rise up into our crescent lunge. Reach through the right heel. Nice, breathe in. Exhale, let's preserve into the shape. Then we'll exhale to fold, transforming into our side angle pose. Left hand down, the right arm to sky. Utthita Trikonasana. Nice job, breathe in. Maybe your next exhale brings that right arm overhead. Feel the breath from the fingertips to that right heel along the side body. And then exhale, bring the right hand down the inside of the foot. Bring the left foot out to the side of the mat. Lower the right knee. Top of the right foot comes to the floor. And then create that lizard pose. As this left side of the foot comes to the mat, the sole of the foot shines towards the right side. Preserving the shape in whatever expression with the arms and the heart. Let's inhale. Exhale, preserving. Another breath in. And then exhale, lower the foot, transforming into downward facing dog. Let's step it right back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathing in and out here, downward facing dog. Nice, breathe in. And now let's exhale to lower down to baby cobra. Knees, heart, and chin. And then we'll lift up through the chest. Let the hands hover over the floor. Nice. Breathe in. And now let's exhale to reach those hands back, coming into a variation of locust pose. Let's lift the top of the right foot off the ground. Maybe the right thigh comes up just a little. And the left thigh, heart up. This is a deep back bend. So lower the thighs if you want. Lower the chest if you need to. 2 more breaths. Now exhale, lower down the thigh, the top of the foot. Then hands come down. Press up and back and exhale to downward facing dog. Letting the breath go, releasing into the shape. Nice, breathe in and out. And now from this triangle, or from this downward facing dog, this upside down triangle, let's lift the right foot to the sky, bend the knee. Let's stack those hips. And just like we made those circles with the knee on the ground, let's make some circles with the knee here in our 3-legged downward facing dog. Nice, and then switch directions, reversing. And now let's bring the right hip parallel with the ground. The knee is still up, the foot is up. Step the right foot forward. Let's pivot the left foot down. Bring the right hand on the inside of that right foot. Straighten that leg. The right hand on the inside of the shin. Let's lift the left arm up, coming into our triangle pose. Exhale. Nice. Let's bring awareness on this variation of triangle to the left side body. Maybe that left hand drapes over the head. Left arm can also be up. Notice that triangle that's created with the hips and the feet. Maybe a triangle with that right leg, the right side body, and the right arm. Maybe close the eyes and feel yourself creating, preserving. And let's exhale up, out of triangle, arms are wide, transforming. Pivot the right foot towards the side of the mat for extended mountain pose. Bring the palms together over the head. Yes, exhale, hands come to the heart. Pausing here. And now pivot that right foot towards the short edge again. Keep the right leg straight. Arms out like a T, and bring that left hand down the left leg for a reverse triangle. And now this right side body that we just had closed, we're opening it up as we reverse our triangle. Breathe in and out. Exhale, come back into extended mountain pose, bringing the palms down, the legs towards the long edge. Yes, now bring the palms together overhead. And let's exhale, hands to heart, and step forward to the front of the mat. Maybe wiggling out the spine, maybe taking a side body twist. Any way that feels nice to kind of move after this beginning of our practice. And meet a mountain pose. Breathing out and in. And now sweep those hands down and up. Exhale, draw hands to the heart and forward fold into Uttanasana. Breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go. Now let's inhale, step the feet back, coming into plank pose. Finding a breath here, giving ourselves this breath in plank. Now let's exhale down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lifting the heart. Or Mukha Svanasana. And then from upward facing dog, let's exhale back to downward facing dog. And now step that right foot forward, left foot forward on an inhale. Pivot the right foot down. And then bring the left hand on the inside of that left foot. Straighten that leg. And then just bring that left hand in front of the left leg and reach the right arm to the sky. Yes. Coming up off the ground into triangle. We often hinge into triangle, but we're lifting up out of the earth into triangle, creating this triangle from the roots down. Maybe the right arm reaches overhead, maybe not. One more breath. Let's exhale to bring those arms up like a T, heart shining in the same direction as our hips. Breathe in. Nice. Exhale. Another breath in. Exhale, pivot the left foot towards the long edge. Let's bring hands to our hips this time. With our awareness on the side body, let's send those sits bones back. And then hinge forward, heart parallel with the floor. Now let's bring the arms out like a T, let the heart hover like it's suspended over the earth. Bring awareness to that side body. Inhale and exhale. Now exhale, bring the hands under the heart, and maybe we bring the forehead parallel with the wall behind us. We're peeking through the knees. Bend the knees a lot or a little. Out and in with the breath. Inhale. Now bend the knees. Let's rise up to extended mountain pose, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders over hips. Inhale, bring the arms out like a T. Pivot that left foot towards the short edge again and drop the right hand down that right leg and left arm up to sky. Breathe in and out. And exhale, arms out like a T again. Pivot the left foot towards the long edge. Bring the hands down and then up and in front of the heart. Nice. Exhale over to the right for a side lunge. Skandasana. Exhale over to the left, Skandasana. Yes. Over to the right one more time. Breathe in. Now exhale, plant the hands in front of that right foot. Pivot the feet towards the short edge of the mat. The hands come on the inside of that right foot. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot back to downward facing dog. Readjust those hands. Breathe in and out. And now let's inhale, step the right foot kind of towards the left side of the mat, off the floor. Lower that left foot down, lift the left arm to the sky for fallen triangle. So it's kind of like a side plank variation with the left foot's grounded, the right foot can be on the floor, left arm up to sky. You can pulse that right leg if you want, or you can leave it rested. Allow yourself to create, preserve for 3 more breaths. For fallen triangle. And now let's exhale to transform, lowering that left hand down, stepping the right foot back, looking back up to downward facing dog. Inhale up to plank pose. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Pivot the hands over towards the long edge of the mat. Pivoting the feet with us, we'll come into our wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in. and out. Now bend the knees. Let's rise up one vertebra at a time to standing. Bring the arms out like a T when you get to the top. Nice. And now bring them into the heart center. Nice. Let's exhale over to Trikonasana. Side lunge on the left. And then we'll exhale, lower the hands down to the floor. Side lunge to the left, lower hands down to the side of the floor. And then we'll exhale, pivot the feet towards the short edge. Ground the hands, step the left foot back, and come into downward facing dog. Yep, breathe in and out. Inhale. And now exhale, step the left foot off the right side of the mat. Lower the right heel down, kind of pivot as much as you need to lift the right arm up for fallen triangle. Really nice. 5 breaths here to preserve. Maybe as you're preserving, you're creating a lifting and lowering with that left foot. 2 more breaths. And then lower that right hand down. Set the left foot back to meet the right. Come into plank pose just for a breath. Exhale, lower down the knees. Now let's sit it back to child's pose or puppy pose. Let's give us a moment here to preserve the shape. Maybe on the exhale, you exhale nice and slowly as if you were blowing through a straw. Now, as you're ready, begin that transformation onto your back. Lowering under one side body and then come to the back. Yeah. And then when you get to your back, let's find a happy baby. Maybe the hands find the side of the feet, and maybe you rock side to side. And let the legs be long and keep those knees bent. And now let's lower the legs to the ground nice and long. We're going to come into our banana pose. So let's scoot ourselves over to the right side of the mat. Here's another side body stretch. Hips on the right side of the mat. Bring the feet towards the left corner of the mat. Arms reach up overhead. And then reach those hands over the left side of the mat, the left top corner. Side body stretch. Maybe the left hand finds the right wrist and kind of pulls. Feel that right side of the body open. Allowing the mind to settle here as the heartbeat slows. And now let's exhale. Bring the shoulder blades and the hands, the wrist back to the right side of the mat. Bring those legs over towards the right side. Let's just feel ourselves neutral. Maybe we bring the knees into the chest and let that spine that we just kind of flex, let it come flat and straight. Let's let the feet come to the floor again and let's scoot our way over to the left side of the mat. Grounding the hips, extend the legs long and then reach those heels and the toes towards the right corner of the mat. And cross the left leg over the right ankle. Arms come up overhead and then reach the shoulder blades and the arms over towards the right top corner of the mat. Our little banana pose. Side body opener. Feel the breath from the hips to the armpits. Give ourselves time to preserve. Letting this asana give us life, grounding us into this moment. When you're ready, bring the hands and the shoulder blades back, and the feet maybe to the floor. Finding a neutral spine, maybe drawing knees to the chest, finding a happy baby. And then when you're ready, dropping into your shavasana. And I think shavasana is a nice reminder that we're creating in shavasana, we're preserving, and we're also transforming. We don't have to be in one of them all the time. We can be in all three at once, and often we are. So allow yourself to rest, absorb, and be still. The cycle of life, ever present right now. As you're ready, go ahead and make your way to seated. Maybe today we give ourselves space to notice the creation around us, the preserving around us, and the transformation around us and within us. Maybe we focus on just one of those things. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om. Shanti. 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 Om. Namaste.